Acid-proof stoneware. A. Has very low strength. B. Cannot be heated. C. Is broken by small temperature changes. D. All A, B, and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. Diamagnetic materials are magnetized. A. Strongly. B. Only slightly. C. With eddy currents only. D. In a direction opposite to that of the applied field. The correct answer is in a direction opposite to that of the applied field. High degree of toughness is a must for A. High-speed steel. B. Shock-resisting steel. C. Cold work tool steel. D. None of these. The correct answer is shock-resisting steel. Hypersil is a steel. A. High-speed. B. Silicon. C. Molybdenum. D. Tungsten. The correct answer is silicon. Can replace tungsten in high-speed steel. A. Chromium. B. Vanadium. C. Cobalt. D. Molybdenum. The correct answer is molybdenum. Polythene low or high-density containers are not corroded by A. Sulphuric acid 10 at room temperature. B. Nitric acid 95 at room temperature. C. Sulfur trioxide at 60 C. D. Any of these. The correct answer is sulfuric acid 10 at room temperature. Bronze is an alloy of copper and A. Lead. B. Tin. C. Nickel. D. Zinc. The correct answer is tin. Which of the following exercises most powerful influence on the mechanical properties of steel? A. Manganese. B. Carbon. C. Phosphorus. D. Silicon. The correct answer is carbon. Percentage of silver in German silver is A. 5. B. 10. C. 20. D. 0. The correct answer is 0. Balls in a ball mill are usually made of A. Steel. B. Cast iron. C. Stainless steel. D. Bronze. The correct answer is steel. DDT is shipped in A. Stainless steel containers. B. Paper bags. C. Fiber drums. D. Either B or C. The correct answer is either B or C. Constantan used in thermocouples is an alloy of A. Iron copper. B. Copper aluminium. C. Lead tin. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. A material is able to retain the deformation permanently by virtue of its A. Elasticity. B. Plasticity. C. Ductility. D. Malleability. The correct answer is plasticity. Steel is widely used for the manufacture of motor car crankshafts. A. Silicon. B. Nickel. C. Chrome. D. High speed. The correct answer is chrome. Galvanizing, i.e. zinc coating of steel sheets is done to A. Prevent its rusting by contact with corrosive atmosphere. B. Protect the base metal by cathodic protection. C. Both a B. D. Neither a nor B. The correct answer is both a B. Which of the following is not a nickel-based alloy? A. Inconel. B. Hastelloy. C. Mnemonics. D. Babbit metal. The correct answer is Babbit metal. Coke oven walls are lined with bricks. A. Silica. B. Tar dolomite. C. Low thermal conductivity. D. Fire clay. The correct answer is silica. Iron rust is A. Ferrous oxide. B. Hydrated ferric oxide. C. Powdered iron. D. Ferric sulfide. The correct answer is hydrated ferric oxide. Urea autoclave is made of A. Cast iron. B. Refractory blocks. C. Stainless steel. D. Lead-lined steel. The correct answer is stainless steel. Mild steel is A low carbon steel 0.05 to 0.3 carbon. B highly resistant to corrosion as much as stainless steel. C a high carbon steel 0.5 to 1.5 carbon. D very poor in strength ductility. The correct answer is a low carbon steel 0.05 to 0.3 carbon. Dilute sulphuric acid is transported in pipes. A mild steel. B lead. C copper. D special alloys. The correct answer is lead. Alloys have the highest specific strength of all the structural materials out of the following. A magnetic steel. B titanium. C chromium. D magnesium. The correct answer is titanium. 100 H2SO4 at 30 C can't be stored in a vessel made lined with A cast iron and high silicon iron. B mild steel and stainless steel. C aluminium, tin and rubber. D Teflon glass and porcelain. The correct answer is aluminium, tin and rubber. Carbon content in plain carbon steel is %. A 0.1 to 0.15. B 0.35 to 0.45. C 0.65 to 0.80. D 0.85 to 1.2. The correct answer is 0.35 to 0.45. Duralumin is an alloy of A aluminium, copper and manganese. B aluminium, nickel and silicon. C aluminium and nickel. D none of these. The correct answer is aluminium, copper and manganese. Silicon percentage in acid resistant cast iron is about A 4, B 8, C 14, D 20. The correct answer is 14. Concentrated HCl at 30 C can be stored in a vessel made of A PTFE and porcelain. B cast iron and aluminium. C stainless steel and high silicon cast iron. D none of these. The correct answer is PTFE and porcelain. Which of the following stainless steels is non-magnetic? A ferritic. B martensitic. C austenitic. D none of these. The correct answer is austenitic. A magnetic material becomes above the Curie temperature. A ferromagnetic. B diamagnetic. C paramagnetic. D none of these. The correct answer is paramagnetic. Which of the following is not a non-ferrous alloy? A mehanite. B magnesium. C gunmetal. D Moon's metal. The correct answer is mehanite. Which of the following is the most elastic material? A plastic. B glass. C steel. D rubber. The correct answer is steel. Water gas generator is made of A carbon steel brick lined. B stainless steel lead lined. C cast iron. D high carbon steel porcelain lined. The correct answer is carbon steel brick lined. The digester of a Gobar gas plant is A mild steel drum. B stainless steel vessel. C masonry well. D cast iron vessel. The correct answer is masonry well. The ability of a material to offer resistance to scratching or indentation is a measure of its A brittleness. B toughness. C hardness. D resilience. The correct answer is hardness. Brine 15 concentration can be stored in a vessel made of A monel. B carbate. C cast iron. D none of these. The correct answer is monel. Generally are subjected to galvanizing, i.e. zinc coating. A non-ferrous metals. B non-metals. C low carbon steels. D stainless steel. The correct answer is Low carbon steels. A material no longer behaves elastically beyond A. Plastic limit. B. Limiting load. C. Elastic limit. D. Breaking load. The correct answer is elastic limit. When the steel is subjected to normalizing, it decreases A. Yield point. B. Ductility. C. Ultimate tensile strength UTS. D. None of these. The correct answer is ductility. The most commonly used resin for making reinforced plastic is A. Unsaturated polyester. B. Polypropylene. C. Polyurethane. D. Nylon 6. The correct answer is unsaturated polyester. Most suitable material for high-pressure vessel operating at 500 atm and 500 C is A. Molybdenum stainless steel. B. 18-8 stainless steel. C. Mild steel. D. High silicon iron 14 Si. The correct answer is molybdenum stainless steel. Brinell hardness number BHN for talc is approximately in the range of A. 15, B. 20-30, C. 100-150, D. 200-250. The correct answer is 20-30. Dies for wire drawing are generally made of A. Mild steel. B. Stainless steel. C. Carbides. D. High carbon steel. The correct answer is carbides. Dipstick used for measuring the level of petrofuels, e.g. petrol, diesel, fuel, oil, etc. in the storage tank is usually made of A. Brass. B. Copper. C. High carbon steel. D. Aluminium. The correct answer is brass. Which of the following contains maximum percentage of carbon? A. Boilerplate steel. B. Rail steel. C. Sauce for cutting steel. D. Railway spring steel. The correct answer is sauce for cutting steel. Tempering of steel is done to make it A. Brittle. B. Hard. C. Rollable. D. Soft. The correct answer is soft. Aluminium alloy is one of the most suitable materials of construction for aircrafts, mainly due to its A. High strength to weight ratio. B. Low temperature strength properties. C. Its ability to be cast, rolled, forged, stamped. D. High strength and corrosion oxidation resistance at elevated temperature. The correct answer is high strength to weight ratio. Babbit metal used for making bearings should have A. High coefficient of friction between journal and bearing. B. Ability to retain lubricant on its surface. C. Low coefficient of friction between journal and bearing. D. Both of C. The correct answer is high coefficient of friction between journal and bearing. Vessels made of can be used to store dry chlorine. A. Thermoplastic materials. B. Nickel. C. Steel or iron. D. None of these. The correct answer is steel or iron. For spinning viscous rayon, the extrusion spinnerettes are made of A. Platinum or gold alloys. B. High carbon steel. C. Aluminium. D. Nickel. The correct answer is platinum or gold alloys. Alpha iron is stable. C. A. Above 1403. B. Up to 910. C. Above 1800. D. Between 910-1403. The correct answer is up to 910.